This episode is all about building a brand and brand equity. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to the 7th episode of Ballin with Spauldin. Definitely appreciate your attention and time today. If you could please share this video with someone else who wants to become a millionaire who is close to you in your life, go ahead and do that right now. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, leave questions. We want to answer those questions. We want to build a wealth building community. So today, what we're moving on to is all about building your brand. And whether you run a big business, a small business, you're running a personal brand, branding is everything and it means everything to you and it should be important to you. And I have a couple stories I'm going to share with you after we get our point across to kind of show you a practicality of this. But really, for how brand equity is kind of working, I look at this as like a bank account, right? Your brand equity. And for the short term and the long term, okay, so if you look at this, you have time in the middle, okay, dividing the short term and the long term. But really, short term, you're going to be investing money into your brand. So you might not reap the monetary benefit right away. In fact, you might have to pay, and there might be costs associated to get your brand up. And without those costs, without adding significant value, your brand is not going to go up. All right? So for the short term, if you're going to just take money and your own personal money goes up, you're not going to invest into your brand, you're not going to invest into adding value to others and taking care of others, your brand equity is going to go down. So yeah, you get rewarded in the short term, but your brand equity is going to suffer. Up here, where you suffer a little bit in the beginning, your money is down, your brand equity is going to flourish. So over time, now look at the difference. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be on the top or do you want to be on the bottom? I know where I want to be. I want to be on top. And brand equity, as your brand equity rises, okay, over time it keeps rising because you're putting money towards it. It's costing you something. You're adding value. Over time, as your brand keeps rising, eventually your brand is going to get to a point where your pockets are going to be significantly increased compared to down here. This increase in money in your own pockets is it just blows away this increase in your pockets. So going back to ruining a brand essentially and ruining your business. If you take money in the short term for yourself, your brand is going to suffer. Or if you're not adding value, your brand's going to suffer. Over time, because your brand is suffering more and more, your brand is going to be gone, drained. Your business is going to be gone or drained. You're not going to have anything left. So which way do you want to roll with this? That's the question. And so now here's a really quick story of how I'm really trying to think of my brand and my businesses in this light. And the first one is we had a guy who just had moved into one of our apartments and we already spent a good amount of money in that apartment fixing it up for him and everything. Super awesome guy, had a great background, a ton of great references. Well, he gets into the apartment and he finds a few things that are wrong. And those few things, and this is within a couple days, and those few things, added up to between, $600 to $1,000. And I'm like, man, this guy hasn't even been here for 2 days yet. He's already, wanting this and expecting, some great value. And I had promised him, as I promised all of our tenants, we're going to be there to add that value. We want this apartment to be your home. We don't want it to just be viewed as an apartment. And so I want to be a man of my word, and I want those people to be happy. I want to add a ton of value to them so they're willing to pay us the highest prices in that town for rent. So right when he called, I kind of played a little game with them. I'm like, because I think what he was expecting out of most companies, real estate companies, they're gonna maybe they would have fought it, right? Or maybe they would have delayed and delayed and delayed. Well, what I did right away on the phone is I said, sir, I'm super sorry about this. Can I come over right now and fix it? And what the issue was is there was 2 bedrooms that he wanted the carpet changed out. And I knew when I said, hey, sir, I'll come over right now and get this torn up for you and we'll get new carpet in place. I knew he was going to say, whoa. Like, I need a little bit of time to clear it out. I mean, does over the next couple days work? But right away, by me just offering that, my brand equity went up. Now, I was prepared that if he would have said, yes, get over right now and do it, I would have done it, right? I would have taken care of the issue. But a couple days later, he was gone for 2 days. So we put this carpet in and took care of some other issues. So in the long run, what did I just do? I just did this right here. It cost us something. Our brand equity went up. Now over time, we're going to build this equity, and in the long run, the money's going to go through the roof, right? Whereas if I would have just delayed it like a lot of real estate companies, right away I would have seen a gain, right? I would have saved some more money, but my brand equity would have taken a hit. Over time, if my brand equity keeps taking a hit, I don't have a brand or a business anymore. And so the second example that I'll just share with you is anyone that, so in one of my other companies, anyone that ever enrolls and becomes a part of our team, anyone who gets products from us, they're getting a phone call from me. I'm going to call them and check in on them. I'm going to welcome them to our company. I'm going to take the time to find out what their wants and needs are, and then I'm going to meet them where their wants and needs are and really help them add value to show them a roadmap and get a plan in place to get them to where they want to be. And that phone call, just calling people and saying, hey, thank you so much for taking the time and spending your hard-earned money to get our product and to be a believer in our product. Thank you so much for that. Just that simple courtesy goes such a long ways over the span of a year, 2 years, 3 years. It just builds that brand equity. It builds it and goes to the roof. And you just see too many people doing this. And the issue is too many people are thinking on a short-term basis, right? Because you have this short-term side over here, and it's hard for people for the short term to take a hit or to put in the work to add value or to make an investment, add new carpet, or to take the time to make a call, right? It's too hard for some people to do that because right off the bat, they want their own satisfaction. The person that owns the brand, the person that owns the company, they want their own satisfaction. They want their own money. Well, for doing that and for being selfish, your brand is going to take a hit. Your business is going to take a hit. So I really want you to take a look and critically look at where you fall. I know there's a dozen of you that watch the show, have watched every episode and are, looking at building your own business or are already taking the steps to build your business. Where do you fall right now? Are you adding all the value you can be adding to get your brand through the roof so that 2 years from now, 5 years from now, you can really reap the benefits, your company can really reap the benefits? Or are you looking at too short term? So broaden your perspective. Don't get so caught up on the short term and have a huge perspective. So that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning into the 7th episode. Time's flying here. We're going to be at 70 episodes before you know it. If you could please share this, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a question. If this generates any questions, leave a question in the comments because I can always answer them in future videos. And that's what I really like doing. It should be a give and take. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.